Alright, here we go for, I think I believe is the last first-class game for Warwickshire this season for us against Yorkshire before we head off down under for a new adventure. But yeah, batting at number 5, hopefully I'm going to try my best, try my best to end this on a high. We haven't done too well recently, so yeah, fingers crossed and everything crossed. Hopefully you guys have got everything crossed too, that we end up actually putting in a good performance in this game. It will really help us, give us some confidence going into a new team, into a new environment, and two very bold buzzcut looking dudes. We've called the toss. And Yorkshire have won it. Tails didn't fail for them. It's a hard, grassy pitch. I'd probably bat if I was them. And that's exactly what they're going to do. So we will have a chance to bowl. So we've come in pretty early here. We're in the 11th over. So we're almost the first bowling change. We've made a pretty good start, which could possibly be the reason why we've been brought on. But I'd argue that if the seamers have done that good a job, we should probably keep them on. Not worry too much about spin just yet. Oh, goes to smash it. Just a stock delivery from us there, and yeah, maybe had enough. Picked the gap nicely though through the offside, and that's enough bowling for us today. So those two went on to post a pretty big partnership, I think. Bartman and who was with him? Long, I think. 83 for Long and 55 for Bartman. But after that, they fell pretty short. So they're at 204, which is actually very similar to the last game if you watched it. 209, I think they were out for. So we've got a similar type of challenge. So hopefully, as I said at the beginning, so fingers crossed for everything, that we don't get out for a duck or do anything stupid. Right, so our top order has done a fantastic job here. And pretty much given us a lead when we come to bat, which is very rare. And we're only 3 down and we already lead by 85. We're with Nurse, who's on 76 as well. So he's obviously very well set. And yeah, hopefully we can capitalise on that. Nicely played. Straight down the ground. That's a 4 for our first runs. You may have seen there in the slight replay, I have gone for a new bat. We're still with New Balance, but we're trying a different bat here. I'm trying anything to change our fortunes in the batting sense. Yeah, just give us some edge or something to motivate ourselves to get a big score. It seems to be a common thing where we're kind of at the last wicket, and if we fall cheaply, we often fall for a pretty low score after that. But actually, if we go on to post a very big score, we really help the team. So hopefully it's the latter this time. Right, first time against the Seamers. Franklin this time. Ooh, wow, we play as a play and a miss there. Squared us up. Luckily, we missed that. That time a little better. Still not perfect. As you can see there, just late timing. But did get back to ball there. The transition between spin and seam is so difficult. I really find that a challenge. Like just adjusting to the speed and working on the timing. This isn't hard difficulty as well. It's not even on hardest. So I can't imagine how difficult that must be. I have thought about lowering the difficulty, but then I thought, you know what, I'm not really going to get better at the game if I just focus on the lower difficulties. And we get some drinks out to us. Hopefully that gives us a bit of a boost. So that is interesting. Some things that teams haven't really done against us is play the whole spin and seam. It's the whole spin and seam kind of combination. As I was saying just there, we found it really difficult to adjust you know, to the speed, and I definitely seem vulnerable after one of those overs. Yep. And this time again, worked nicely through the covers on the offside for a boundary. Very nicely played from us there. Right, so Mario Wise, I think is he none for 98 from his from his 21 overs. So he's bowled a real shift here. And no returns for him at all. So he's going around the wicket here. Right-handed bowler. So the ball should be coming across me. So we'll just have to be careful that we don't get a leading edge or anything like that if we mistime the ball. Now they're continuing with Wise, which is interesting. He looks pretty shattered. Actually, you know what, saying that, his stamina's not too bad. He's gone for a lot of runs though. Oh, that one actually nipped back into me a little bit, so I'll have to be wary of that one. But again, he's bowling a little too short to really trouble the LBW. He's come over the wicket more. Oh, more traditional angle, and first ball's caused a bit of a problem. That was a much better ball from him. Oh, I thought that one was going to be... That one could be close. Oh, might have been just bouncing over. But expected that one to carry on with the arm. And it did straighten up. Maybe height was an issue. Oh, I managed to strike that one nicely, but straight to the fielder. Yes. That one whipped a little more nicely. This one might get to the boundary. I think it does. Yeah, and it does. Didn't want to run there again. This one whipped a little more nicely. That's a welcome boundary. We haven't scored a boundary in a long time here. And we've lost a dare. So we're joined by our wicketkeeper Arnold here. We had a very nice partnership going with Adair there. Unfortunately, he's lost his wicket just before the new ball is about to come in. So bad time to have a new batsman at the crease. Oh, that one nipped in a bit. Oh, we've nicked it. And we've nicked it trying to drive it. I'd left the ball pretty well and probably should have in hindsight left that ball. But just went to drive, caught the outside edge. And there it goes through to the wicketkeeper. So a very patient innings from us. Used up quite a few balls, but still not able to hit the big score. Right, I think we're gonna leave it at that. We're gonna sim a few overs here and see if we can pick up these last couple of wickets. And funnily enough, we actually picked them up very quickly. And yeah, we haven't seen that in a long time. We win by an innings and 55 runs there. They were all out for 124 in the end. And yeah, we were all out. They bowled us out for 383 and actually 82 overs. So if we have a look through our batting order, after we went, everyone else went very quickly. Only a couple more overs and everyone was gone. That was probably the effect of the new ball, which is why we needed to have stuck around. But our top order really did the damage there. Sibley, Bowen, Nurse, Hayne as well. And then myself and Adair did contribute with 28 and 26. But yeah, I think that's our last game for Warwickshire before we leave for Australia. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, even though we unfortunately, again, even though everything was crossed, we weren't able to get away with a half century at least. Feel like it's been a very, very long time since we actually hit a big score. So that's kind of a bit worrying, but hopefully new pastures will help us kind of get over this and get a big score. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you have, please smash that like button and subscribe as well, and I'll catch you on another episode.